What is going on in my Houston Texans family? The 2023 NFL Draft has come to an end, and now it is time to grade the Houston Texans on their performance. But before I do that, guys, this whole draft experience the past couple weeks and months was an absolute grind, guys. Thank you for every single person who watched my video, liked, commented, disliked, dissubscribed. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys today. I don't claim to be right. I don't claim to know it all. I'm just talking about the squad that I've been watching since I was a little kid. So thank you for being with me along the way to the Super Bowl, because hopefully the Houston Texans in the next couple years could get to that achievement. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I drop daily Houston Texans content. Follow me on Twitter at 713HSP. And without further ado, let's grade this 2023 NFL Draft class. And the first thing I am going to grade is how excited was this draft for the Houston Texans. And they knocked it out the park. Even leading up to the draft, there were so many different storylines these Houston Texans could take. Taking a QB at 2, taking CJ, not taking CJ, trading out of the number 2 overall pick, having Will Anderson be the selection at 2. Then when the draft came, not only did you get your franchise quarterback, but you shocked the NFL world by trading up from 12 all the way to 3, and you pick back-to-back players in the top 3 of the NFL draft, no less, and you get maybe the best defensive player on the board and Will Anderson Jr., right? That was so much excitement right then. But then the Houston Texans, they kept that up. Every single time they made a selection, they traded up for that player. You cannot keep your eyes off the screen. You cannot keep your eyes off your phone because you were worried you were getting a notification that the Houston Texans have traded up to blank and selected blank. Overall, the excitement, the energy, the vibe for this team after the draft, it's an absolute A+. You then look at the national media attention that we are getting. Everyone is applauding the Houston Texans for the way they approached and attacked this draft, right? They have us as one of the 4 best teams to get better after. Some other teams they mentioned, the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously, the Seattle Seahawks, the Buffalo Bills. So to hear the Houston Texans being mentioned as one of the best teams coming out of the draft, you absolutely love to see that. From the fans' perspective, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, we are all ready for week 1, guys. And speaking of week 1, it's going to come here faster than you think. We got to worry about rookie mini camp. Then it's going to be OTAs. Then it's going to be training camp. Then we got to slim the roster down. Then the preseason. Then before you know it, the Houston Texans are opening week 1 with CJ Stroud as their new rookie franchise quarterback, new offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick, new defensive coordinator Matt Burke, and new head coach D'Amico Ryans. I'm just so excited. So overall, the excitement gets an A+. Now then, let's look at who the Houston Texans drafted. Well, it was CJ Stroud at 2. It was Will Anderson Jr. at 3. It was Juice Scruggs at 62. They had to trade for him because they didn't have a pick in the second round. It was Tank Dell with the 69th overall selection, which is becoming a fan favorite now. I am already looking for the Tank Dell rookie card. He is going to bring so much excitement to H-Town, and it helps that he throws up the H as well. Don't let me leave the city is what he told the Houston Texans, and they answered his call. Then at 109, it was Dylan Horton, edge rusher from TCU. Now, this one is very interesting. I think Horton might be a surprising player come towards the season. At pick 167, it was Henry To'oTo'o, linebacker from Alabama, Christian Harris's teammate, expecting to see some games with them starting at linebacker for the Houston Texans. At pick 201, it was Jared Patterson, center from Notre Dame. At pick 205, it was Xavier Hutchinson, wide receiver from Iowa State. And then to wrap it up, at pick 248, it was Brandon Hill, safety from Pittsburgh. Overall, I think the Houston Texans get 4 immediate starters, right? CJ Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., Tank Dell, Juice Scruggs, right? The first 2, CJ Stroud and Juice Scruggs, they complete this offense, which needed a center and a quarterback. with Will Anderson Jr., immediate help, right? I think he might be the most impactful player for the Houston Texans in his rookie season. Then Tank Dell, we are very thin at wide receiver. There's a good chance Tank Dell ends up being the second or third wide receiver on this team. And then you drafted in depth, right? Jared Patterson, someone who, if healthy, he plays very good. You can move him all over the offensive line. You like that. Henry Tua, you're not going to ask anything of him this early in the season because of Denzel Perryman, because of Corey Littleton and Christian Harris. So you are going to be expecting something from him towards the middle end of the season. Xavier Hutchinson, I think, has a chance to also make a name for himself in this wide receiver, group. Some people are saying he might take Nico Collins' spot. I don't know, but Xavier Hutchinson, I think, was a very interesting selection for the Houston Texans. And then, like I said, you ended it with Brandon Hill, a special teams guy, ran the fastest 40 among safeties at the NFL Combine. Definitely, depth, definitely a gunner for your team on special team. Frank Rice has to also be excited about that. But overall, this crop of players, I give it an A+ also, man. You cannot really find that much people who were upset with the Houston Texans selections. You might have some trade analysts upset with the amount that we gave up or let go in these trades. But the Houston Texans, they got their guy. And overall, right, the mentality of trading up to get your player, the keeping up with the excitement, this whole overall experience for the Houston Texans, I give them an A+, guys. You let me know what you think. Should the Houston Texans get an A+? Should they not? What is your grade? Go Texans. Y'all have a very blessed day.